Hi, my name is Judy, and I'm making this video because I was on a dating site and I started to notice that a lot of the men were not using the site correctly so that they would get the maximum results to find that person, that special person they were looking for specifically. So I thought I'm gonna make a video and tell people, explain how to work the dating site so that you can get the maximum benefit and find the person that you are seeking for yourself. So the first thing you're going to need to do is you're going to have to really think about, and this is really important, you're going to have to really think about what type of person are you looking for. You should be very specific about it because you're putting yourself online, and you can be very specific and pick what you want in a person. Like me, what I want in a man. Put specific details or features. If you're the type that you prefer blondes, you prefer men with dark hair, you prefer Latinos, you prefer whatever features you prefer. If that's something that's very you really strongly about, then write down what features you prefer. Like brown eyes, whatever. I don't have any features that I prefer. So you write whether some women like their men taller. I'm okay with 5'10" or whatever. I don't. The height doesn't matter to me, as long as he's taller than me, which I'm only 5'4". So as long as he's 5'8", I'm fine. So you really please take the time and write down what you're seeking for specifically, and if you want some specific features, you want to list the features. And then number two, you want to list down the specific things you're looking for in a man if you're a woman, or a woman if you're a man. So for me, I'll tell you what I put on my profile, what I'm seeking for. I put down I am seeking a man who is intelligent, kind, caring, patient, compassionate, passionate, fun, has a great sense of humor, a confident man who knows who he is. I'm picking a man that has good communication skills, and I want a man who's a gentleman that knows to open the door for a woman and knows to open the car door for a woman. So that's a real strong attraction for me. It's a gentleman, a man that knows how to be a gentleman and treat a woman with respect. And and I that's one of the strong things that I wanted, is a very respectful man. So that's what I put down. I didn't have any features. It didn't matter to me. I was just gonna, if I saw them and I was attracted to them, then I would choose them. I didn't want to pigeonhole myself into certain features. So that's important. And so once you write that down, what you're looking for specifically, and then we can go on to choosing a dating site. So there's two types of sites. There's free sites that you don't have to pay anything for, and there's sites that you do have to pay, and they average around $10 to $15 each. And I think the reason why you pay for those sites is that you fill out an assessment quiz, and then they choose the match for you. So they're doing the work for you instead of you scrolling down on the searches. They're searching the match compared to what your answers on your assessment quiz. Like eHarmony, I filled out the assessment, and they chose the men for me, but I did that. You can do that for free before you sign up. So I'm glad I found out before I signed up. Because I chose that I'm ethnicity as Asian, as Pacific Islander, the majority of my matches were Asians, and I didn't like that. I don't want to be pigeonholed into one ethnicity. I want to have all kinds of men. So I didn't like that. So that's why I'm glad that I took that test, and they sent me matches. I'm like, wait, these are all Asian men. I don't want to be stuck with that. So that I didn't like that. I don't like people choosing for me. So eHarmony, I didn't do that one. For you, maybe you like to be pigeonholed, and you like to be matches sent to you. So it's free to take the test and have your first matches, and then see if you like those matches. So you can try it for free and see if you like that. And Match.com is the same thing. They give you an assessment test. I took the test, and they sent me men that were in their 60s, and I'm not attracted to men in their 60s. I'm attracted to men in 30, 40-year-old range. So I don't know why they chose the 60-year-old men to be my matches, because I'm 52, and I'm like, why would they choose only 60? So I'm glad I found that out, because I didn't join, because I'm like, I don't want 60-year-old men. So I'm glad I do match. So for me to do the assessment and then to choose my matches didn't work for me, but it might work for you. If you do the test and then you like your matches, then of course you want to do that, and then it's going to cost you $10 or $15 a month to keep up that service. But I have the sites that I'm on are all free. I don't pay for any of the dating sites that I'm on. So that's number one, is choosing your site. But you have to know what type of person you want. Exactly. You be very specific. You can really choose your perfect person by writing that down. What the perfect person for you is that you are seeking for. So you want to do that before you go to the dating site, and then you can go, oh, that's my match. Okay, that matches my description of the person I want. And then also, if depending, if you're over 50, of course you want to go to a site that's over 50. If you're a cougar like me, I'm an older woman and I like younger men, I go to those sites. If you're 20, 30, 40s, you can go to any site, because those sites like Zeus or Flirt.com, or what were the other ones? Our Time, OkCupid, Chemistry.com, POF.com, and Elite Singles. Those are for people in their 20s, 30s, 40s, that are in that middle age range right there. So you can go to those sites, and those are the sites. If you have specific, like you only want African American, or you want to go to those sites that just for African American people, or just for Asian people, or Jewish people. So choose your site according to what type of person you want, or whether or not you want the site to match you, or you want to just search on your own. I prefer to search on my own, because I found out that they pigeonhole you into certain matches, and I don't like that. I like to be left wide open and make my choices. So that worked for me, and that's why, for me, I don't think you should pay for the site. That's why I'm like, why pay for it when I'm on several different sites and I don't pay a penny. So I'm saying you can find sites for free, unless you want the eHarmony and Match, where they find the matches for you. Okay, so the best way to find this match is putting in exactly what you want. Say, go to the Google and then push in looking for a man 40 years old on a dating site or whatever, and then it'll list down all those sites for you, and then you can pick your site. You can go on the site. They give you a trial, like a week trial or something, so you can test each site you're thinking of, or you can be on many sites. It's a good idea to be on a couple different sites. That way you have different options, and you can tell which site you like, and you might like different features in each site or whatever. All mine, when they send it to your email, when you have somebody that's interested in you, like they'll say, oh, there's a message from so and so, he wants to chat with you. There's the site that I'm mainly on, they email me and they tell me there's a message from so and so, or somebody wants to see your private pictures, because some sites let you have private pictures on there, which are naked pictures of yourself. There was one site, I was really kind of disgusted. All they showed was a penis, their penises, and then they wrote like an explicit, yeah, you want to play with this thing. So that was like, you're showing me your penis before I see your face. So I totally made sure that I deleted that site, never to come back to me, because I don't want to see guys' penises, because I needed to see their face. Okay, so there are some sites you might find that are really. I hope you don't find that site. I forgot what the site was called, but that was just really weird, just to see their penis without seeing their face. That's just way too upfront for me, and way too aggressive of an introduction to meet your penis before meeting your face. Okay, so you wrote down the person that you're specifically looking for. You found your website, and now it's time to, and you're either going to pay or not pay. So that's up to you if you want to be your match is chosen for you. And then you have to. This is a good idea: is to read the rules of the website, because each website has their specific rules. Like one website, I put a picture of myself, and they didn't approve of it because I guess because I was wearing a tube top, they thought I was half naked, so they didn't approve of it. So yeah, each website has their different rules, so you want to read that really quickly, so you understand what you can and what you cannot put on their website, and then. I have to stress this is really, really important. Every site has a profile of yourself. And that profile is usually a picture, a description of yourself, and a description of who you're looking for. So I'm telling you, take your time when you do your profile, because this is how they're going to meet you, and who's going to choose you by your picture and how you describe yourself and what you're looking for. And what I found out is that a lot of people don't fill out the profile, and I'm thinking like, okay, there's no information about this person, so how am I supposed to choose this person? And then some people don't put the picture themselves. And the guys were pretty funny, because some of the guys on my site would put pictures of their car, or pictures of their dog, or pictures of just their chest. You have to put a picture of your face. So you can either take several selfies in a good lighting and make sure you have a nice big smile, because a smile makes you look attractive. You stand out when you're smiling, when you're looking against other people who are not smiling. So please take several good pictures in a good lighting, with you as a big smile as your profile picture. And if you want to put a picture of your whole body, have somebody else take a picture of that. And you usually get to post 4 pictures of yourself on your profile. So make sure you do really good pictures, and you take your time choosing the best picture of the 4 best pictures of you, of your face, or your whole body, and make sure that you're smiling, because that's very attractive when a person smiles. Okay, so that's the first thing. Please do a really good picture of your face, smiling, because that's what, like me, I want to see your face right away, and what do they look like smiling? So I always am drawn to the guy that's smiling more than the guy that's kind of like looking too seriously. So that's a plus. Okay, so you're gonna go down to the bottom where it's gonna say things about me, who am I, or whatever. And you're gonna take some time here and describe what your best features are. I didn't put features for me. I put my best personality traits. For my profile, for example, I put I am an intelligent woman. I'm a kind, caring, compassionate, passionate, fun, honest, loyal, altruistic, and I have a great sense of humor. I like to learn, and I like to play the guitar. And I put that I have a very strong self-esteem. I have a very strong self-confidence, because I know who I am, and I don't need anybody's approval, because it only matters what I think of myself to be a happy person. I have strong morals and values, and I put that life is short, and I like to live life to the fullest with a grateful heart. That's what I put on my profile. So please take the time to write down what your best personality traits are, or your hobbies, or anything about yourself, the best things about you as a person, your unique self. And you want to write that down in the thing about your profile about yourself. What makes you so special and unique person? And you have a lot of special talents. Your personality, find a lot, what's in your personality. Are you like an outgoing person, a party person? Take your time and write this down before you type it in, because a lot of people just put a couple of words, which is not good. You should put a very strong, good description of yourself and your strong traits, because that shows you as a whole person, and somebody can look at it and go, oh, this person's who knows who they are, because my profile is, I know who I am. I know what's important in life. I'm a very spiritual person, so someone's gonna look at my profile and know who I am right away. That I'm a, these are my personality traits. And then of course, you already wrote this down already in the beginning, what you're seeking in a person. So you want to write down specifically what you're looking for a person. If features matter to you, you prefer blondes, black hair. Features don't put it down, but you should put down what you are seeking in a man. Okay, so for me, I'm seeking a man who's intelligent, kind, caring, passionate, compassionate, patient, loyal, dedicated, fun, great sense of humor, has a strong self confidence, and knows who he is a hard worker, good communication skills, who is a gentleman. I like men who are gentlemen, that open the door for you, that open the car door for you, a good effective communicator, and somebody who's open-minded. So that's a type of person, almost my personality. I put down in what I'm seeking, because I want him to be compatible with me, who I am as a person. So that's why it's almost the same as my personality. But that's why I put specifically down what I'm looking for a man. I don't have any features that I don't really have any features that I prefer different hair colors or their height or their skin color or whatever. I just care about their core personality and who they are as a person. Do they know who they are? And because I'm on a cougar site, that really, like, some men are a little bit, they're in their 20s, some of them in their 20s, and when you write something so specific and very what do you call it, because I know exactly what I want, and the men are drawn to that. A lot of men are drawn to that because they're like, oh, I'm smart, I'm intelligent, so you get a lot of men that find something in there about themselves that they'll contact you. So the more you can put down, the more men that'll call you, will message you or reply, respond to you, because they find something in what you're seeking in a man. In your description, and this is your good opportunity for you to be very specific, so that you can find the person that you really want to have in your life. And then you also have to decide: are you just want to date, or you want friends with benefits? Are you looking for a serious relationship, or you're just looking for a lover, or are you looking for your soulmate, or are you just looking for a boyfriend? You have to put that down. What are you looking for? A boyfriend, a lover, a soulmate, just dating, or friends with benefit? So please put down what you prefer, or maybe you want to do dating and being a lover and looking for a friend. So look at that and decide what you're looking for as a relationship wise. Are you looking for your soulmate? Because a lot of men, because then only attract the men that are serious. If you put down, oh, I'm looking for my soulmate, you only attract men that want to be serious in a serious relationship. So that's why you should be very specific and know what you want in the other person that you're looking for. That way you attract only those type of men to you. And also on my website, they have where you can answer more specific questions, like ask you what your values are, what are your hobbies. I had a couple of questions that were more in depth. So I answered those questions, like 3 or 4 of them, and then answered more. And a lot of the people on the site didn't answer those questions. In fact, a lot of people on the site don't answer the profile. But please take your time, and you're only going to get out of it what you put into it. So if you put a lot into it, like I put a lot into it, I have good pictures, I have a good description of myself, I have a good description of what I'm seeking. So I get a lot of messages and replies on my profile, because people see something in themselves in it, or they might like my profile, or so a lot of guys say they like my picture. Of course, I took my time and put on makeup and did my hair and took like 20 different pictures to make sure that I looked good and smiled and put my best picture on the profile. And my site, Cougar Life, has a part where it says private gallery. And in the private gallery, most of the men on there put pictures of their penises or pictures of them naked. I did choose, and on my private gallery, it has a picture of my breast, and it also has a picture of my vagina. But I'm very picky about who I choose to give. They have to request access to your private gallery. It's not available to anyone. You have to give them the access. You have to actively push access for this person. You'll get a request saying, oh, so and so is asking for access to your private gallery, and then I'll look up what I do is look up the person. I'll look at their profile, and I'm like, okay, he has nothing on his profile. Who is he? There's nothing about who he is, and then also it's not a really good picture, so I don't give them the access. I'm thinking like I'm not going to give it to somebody that didn't take the time to fill out the profile. So, because to me it means that they were either lazy, or they don't know who they are, or they just didn't take the time to fill it out, and that's important. I don't know who this person is, so I'm not going to give it to them. I have given it out to a couple of men, and those men had a really good picture. They had a good description of who they were, so I kind of had an idea who they were, and they had a description of what they were looking for. So I liked that, because it was like, yeah, looking for FWB, friends with benefits, or whatever. So I did give it to some men that had a really good profile, and that's your prerogative for you to choose that. On different sites, they have other sites. They have more available than the free site I have. Some of the sites I have, they have video where you can watch somebody's video. They have a live chat where you can watch somebody live who's on there. And then some have like on my site, you can send a flirt, and you can send them a gift, like a picture, and it's pictures of like a flowers, or a kiss, or a heart. I can send a gift with a message, and I can send a flirt, just telling that guy, hey, hi, look at my profile. If you're interested in me, please message me. I can send a flirt, a gift, and or access to my private gallery, which I hardly ever do. Maybe out of 20, I'll give one. So, and then on my site, what else is there? Oh, and this is what I have to mention too. It's very important when you communicate on the website that you use a whole sentence. I get really frustrated because someone will message me and say, hello, and I'm like, is that it? Hello? And then I message back, hello, how are you doing? My name is Judy. What is your name? And they message back, John. And I'm like, okay, John. If they want the communication to keep flowing, they're going to have to put in a little more information there. You could put, hello, John, I live in so-and-so. How are you doing? Nice to meet you. It's not good to answer. Do not answer people's questions or communicate with 1, 2, or 3 words. That's not a full sentence. To communicate, you have to communicate in a full sentence. So if somebody says hello to you, you return with the whole sentence. Hello, how are you doing? My name is so-and-so. What's your name? That's what I do on all of mine. And then when then when I ask them how they're doing, they say, okay. I'm like, okay, what? Okay, you can't make a communication work when they answer with 1 or 2 words. If you just put okay, you should put, oh, I'm having an okay day today. I just read a book and went swimming or something. You need to be a little more specific. If you want the communication to flow, you have to put the time in to think of your answer and put it all down, instead of putting, if somebody says hello, how are you doing, and you just put okay, you can't further the conversation or the communication because there's nothing to go on. So if somebody asks you how are you doing, ask me how I'm doing, I say, I tell them the truth. I say, I'm doing really well. I'm just busy studying for my classes and practicing my guitar and having a good day today, a good busy day today. So I put the truth. I put a whole sentence. Try to always answer in a whole sentence, because that'll keep the communication going. Answering 1 or 2 or 3 words, it implies that they're either lazy, they don't want to think of a question, and that's not good. You don't. And for me, communication is such a big deal. I don't. Um, After a while, if they keep using one or two words to answer the question, then I usually cut off the communication, because I'm like, if this guy can't even talk normally, because when you talk in a conversation, you don't use one or two words, you talk in a whole sentence. So that's how you should talk on the site. You should not be answering in one, two, three words. So if a guy keeps answering me and we're communicating in one or two words, I'm thinking he's lazy to write a whole sentence and think about what he's writing, because you got to think critically before you write a sentence. Number two, he's illiterate. Okay, you're illiterate if you can't write a whole sentence and you're giving me one, two words. To me, I'm thinking like, okay, he's lazy, or he's illiterate, or he's not intelligent. That's the third thing I might be thinking. Okay, this guy is not very creative. He doesn't have anything going on in his head. He can't think of more than one or two words to say. So that will usually turn me off, and I will say, well, it was nice chatting with you. Maybe we'll talk later. That's how I put it. You want to be nice on here. You don't want to say, oh, I don't like you. Get out of here. Of course, you want to put them, say something nice and say, well, I always say, it was nice talking to you. Take care. If I don't want to talk to him, because I don't want to say I'll talk to you later. I don't want to leave it open. I'll say, nice chatting with you. Take care. Goodbye. And so I end it like that. So always communicate in full sentences, because that opens up the communication and gives you more information to work on to understand the person. You can't understand the person if they're using one or two words, and it's a big turnoff. I don't like that at all, and I think other people might feel the same way that I do. It's like, how much information can you get from a person if they're only answering one words? Yeah, you have to, and especially men, you have to put the time in to think critically about the question she just asked you. How are you doing? You're not going to put okay. You're going to put, oh, I'm doing great. I went swimming and I went for a walk, or something, in a whole sentence. And then the person can say, oh, that's great. Where'd you go walking to? And you like to swim. So that opens up a whole conversation when you put in a whole sentence. And that's really important. So to have a really good profile opens a lot of opportunity for you, because first, when people scroll down, they see your face. So they see a smiling person, a good picture of your face smiling, so that attracts them to your profile, and then they read your profile and they're like, oh, this woman's got it together. She's got a profile, and she's looking for a smart person and a fun person. Oh, that sounds a little bit like me. So you get more people coming to your profile, because the men see a little bit of themselves in it, and they're interested in a person that has a very strong personality, that has a lot of strong personality traits, a unique person that knows who they are, and a lot of men are drawn to that. So I find out that I get like a request every day, several every day, asking me, oh, you like to have fun, or you like to play the guitar or something, because I put a lot of information in my profile. So your profile has to be really good if you want to get a good response, to find that perfect person you're seeking, because more men are going to be drawn to your profile, and then you can go through and communicate with them, and then you'll be able to decide, through chatting with them, oh, is this the type of person I want to meet? And men, sometimes men open up with, oh, I like your pussy, or hey, you want to fuck? No, that's a terrible way to start a conversation. Never start an introduction to somebody by using sexual innuendos. That's a really bad taste. And it's disrespectful. If you want to open up a conversation, you say, hello, my name is so-and-so. I'd like to meet you. I'd like to chat with you. Normal conversation. Do not use sex to open up an introduction. That's a terrible idea. And it just makes you look like a horn dog, or like a pervert. There was a guy on the site that had a picture of him in Speedos, and he emailed me he emailed me, you want to suck on this? I was like, that's so disgusting. You're a pervert. I think people that send those sexual innuendos are perverts. You don't ever start a conversation or introduction with, you want to suck on my dick, or I want to lick your pussy type thing. Never. You always be respectful at the beginning of the introduction. Hello, hi, my name is Judy. I would like to chat with you. Would you like to do that? You ask them a question, you introduce yourself, and you ask them how they're doing, or would you like to chat? That's very simple. And then, like I told you, answer in full sentences. Think about what they're asking you and write a nice full sentence with a period, because that makes a big difference when you're communicating. It opens up the communication, and you can find more things you guys are maybe have in common. So, yeah, so that's the worst thing. Let me see what else is in here. Oh, so and also you get to control the on my site and most sites you can change and edit your profile if you get new pictures or something like that, or you want to change your profile a little bit. You're opening to editing your profile, and then there's also settings on my site. There's settings that say only choose people with pictures, only choose men that are 30 miles away from me. So you want to go on the setting and choose choose what options they have for you to choose if you want to. If you don't and you want to just leave it wide open, then leave it blank. Mine's blank. No, actually, mine is anyone within 50 miles. So that's what I pick. And I didn't say anything about pictures. That's why sometimes I get the no picture thing. It's really bad not to have a picture, because that's the first thing people look at. They go right to your picture, and then they read your profile, and then, if you've got a really strong, good profile about yourself and what you're seeking, you will get a lot of responses back, because you've given them a lot of access to you, because you've opened yourself up, and now there's people are going to respond and say, like, oh, I like that, she's intelligent, she's kind, or whatever. So yeah, please take time to fill out your profile, do a really good picture of you smiling, fill out really good, maybe you want to write it down before you type it in, what type of person you are, put in your personality traits, maybe your hobbies, or what kind of work you do, just the best things about you, about your unique self. And there's a lot of best things about yourself. So write that down, and then be very specific about what you're seeking in a man. Are you seeking a soulmate, a date, a lover, a friends with benefits, just dating, or whatever? Be specific about that, because if you're looking for a soulmate, you want to put that down. That way you don't get guys that are just looking for sex or dating or friends. You're only going to get response from men who want to be serious. So you want to put down specifically what you're looking for, and what you put down is what you're going to attract to your site. So you will find a good person if you take your time to do the profile, a good profile about yourself. And regarding our naked pictures, some men don't put naked pictures. Some women don't put naked pictures. That's up to you. Maybe you could put in your private gallery pictures of you in lingerie, or pictures of you like covering your breast, or more pictures of yourself, better pictures of yourself. You don't have to post naked pictures if you don't want to. Me, it was just the breast, and I spread my legs for some pictures, but so that's pretty the gist of it, and what you should do. And if you do this good profile, and you choose your sites, and you use the same, and you only have to do your profile once, because then you know what to put on each site you go onto. And each site is different. They might have different settings on the top. So yeah, that's it. Make sure you do a really good one, and you do different sites, and you know who you are, what you're looking for. Put really good pictures, communicate in sentences, and you will get a person that you will be looking for, because you're only going to attract that person to your profile. So good luck. I hope you find what you're looking for, and take care. Thank you. Have a good day.